You spoke up on the stage about the need for everybody basically to learn from life, to learn from experiences that you have.
Yeah.
What would you say that you've learned from May? From May, from the fight in May and coping with it in the weeks afterwards?
The biggest lesson I've ever learned is always use protection. Always use protection and never keep your guard down low, because you can be attacked at any time from all directions.
But what was it like to, I guess, I don't know whether you have accepted it, but to accept the fact that there is now a loss on your record? Has that been difficult for you at all, or mentally for you?
Well, I walked in when Andy Lee was saying that it was difficult for him when he lost any losses he had. But like I said to whoever the guy was called, I don't even know his name. He's not popular, his own guy. But Andy Lee never had 200 million in his bank, did he, to make him happy? Do you know what I mean? So to me, boxing loss, what do I fight for? What is my priorities here? What are my goals? What are my targets? And all of those things are to make the most money as possible. For me, that's my goals. It's not a belt, it's not a legacy, it's not a boxing fight, it's to make as much money as possible. Okay? And to do that, I've got to have as many fights as I can until the wheels fall off this until I'm 50-year-old and I'm crippled on a stick like that walking down the street. That's how I'll be. Because you know why? That's how all the great fighters went out. All of them. All of them. Look at your Ray Robinsons, your Ali's, your Foremans, your Frasers. Everybody did that. And if you're a real fighter, that's what you do. You keep going until you can't go anymore.
We're all prize fighters, and don't get me wrong, we all love a pound note. But do you genuinely, in your heart of hearts, believe that is enough motivation to get you through, especially this fight in particular, or fighting in general, just the monetary value of it?
I've had nearly 40 professional fights, and I did every single one of them for the money. And if I wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't have done any of them. That's a fact. I'd have had a job in Tesco's or Mothercare as a bouncer. Do you know what I mean? I do it for the dough, but I'm the only person who will tell the truth. I don't come to these places and think, oh my God, I'm on TV and I'm famous. I'm thinking, how much dough can I get at any given moment in my career? For what? You want to do something with me? How much? You want me to advertise something? How much? The first question is, you want to fight? I don't care who, what, where or when. The only question I say is, how much? Because I have gloves and I have a body and I will travel if the money's right.
But Tyson,
I'm truthful, do you know what I mean? You were like that. You had plenty of fights. You would fight on the road, anywhere, any country, anybody. How much am I getting paid? Too right, I'm there. Argentina, Germany, wherever.
But Tyson,
professional boxing, isn't it?
Of course, yeah.
Prize fighters.
But when you were lying on your back against Deontay Wilder and you made that miraculous recovery and you got back up, it wasn't money that was going through your head in those split seconds, was it? It was just that warrior spirit to get you back on your feet.
You don't think of money when you're in a fight, do you? You think of money when you're doing the business side of it. Yeah. When you get in a fight. When you're in a fight, you're in a fight. That's it. So
it's not just the money then that keeps you going?
You're thinking me mistaken here. When I'm in a fight, I'll die in that motherfucking ring. I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? But before that fight, if the business don't make sense, I'm not interested. Right. But while I'm in that fight, I'm like a game American pit bull terrier. Right. You could chop my legs off like they do, and I will still fight on to the end. There's no quitting me. I can look in the mirror and say, the Gypsy King is not a coward, and he will fight until the last dying day, until they take his head off with a sword. I will still be trying to fight, and even after that, my hands will be going like that, and my head will be separated from my body, because that's the way I'm bred.
So it's not, in a way, it's not whether you win, lose or draw, it's whether you can look yourself in the mirror and know that, what you just said there.
When you go in a boxing fight, you're always going in to win. Yeah, especially if you're a professional, and obviously if you don't want to win, you're in the wrong game. However, like I say, when I'm in there, I just do what I do. No one can tell me what to do. It's just a natural thing. I do what I got to do. Fight. That's it. You can either make two choices, fight or fly, when you're in a big fight. You either turn your back and run off like a coward, or you fight on till the end. And that's why we're here.
Has that image you say, that looking, that knowing in your heart that you can get up and go again, you're the fighter, you're the warrior spirit, looking at yourself in the mirror, has that person or the person looking back at you in the mirror, has that changed at all now that there is a loss on your record? Has that altered any sort of perception for you, altered the way you look at it at all, or is it still the same, I know me, I know my heart, I know my soul? Has it changed or has it not?
No, nothing will ever change the Gypsy King. This fella's got a foreskins win on me. This much. He win me by a fucking point. Yeah.
Fair.
So if I'd have went in there and got absolutely hammered and tanked out of there and battered, then I could have made a decision. Well, I got to change up here. I got to do something different. But could have went either way. At the end of the day, even his manager said.
When you fought Wilder the first time, I thought you wanted to give it a draw.
Exactly.
You were completely different in the rematch tactically.
Yeah. So when the fights are like that and they're close, they can go either way. It went against me. It hasn't really affected me. It hasn't done anything because you know what? Whether I would have won that decision and I would have got another decision on my record, it'd been like I've been back in Morecambe in the same do anyway, picking up some dog, taking the kids to school. Do you know what I mean? I can do that with or without a belt.
Did you think, reflecting on the flight, that you gave away the first couple of rounds by boxing on the back foot, and next time think, you know what, I'm actually going to jump on you from the first belt?
No, I'm not going to do anything different. The only thing I'm going to do different is not get a standing 8 count in round 9. If I didn't get a standing 8 count, I'd have won the fight clearly. So, I just got to be a bit more focused. Here's the thing, right? I'm a very, very, very educated heavyweight boxer. I know it from inside out. So, if it was easy to walk Usyk down with your hands up like that there, walking forward, then that's Anthony Joshua's style. That's Daniel Dubois' style. They're big, strong men who walk someone down with their hands up and batter them into submission and knock them out. They couldn't do it. My style is slickness, jabbing, moving, slipping and sliding. Why would I give that up to walk forward like that with my hands around my head? It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't do it. So all I've got to do to win this rematch, little tiny adjustments. And I mean small adjustments. And that is not so much clowning, my hands behind my back, and having a good time. Yeah. A little bit more focus on my job. Bum, bum.
More uppercuts.
Serious, do you know what I mean? Just a serious, version of what I already did. Not go forward like this or like this. Just boxing. I've told him what I'm going to do. He said, what's the game plan? I said, there's no change, mate. It was a nip and tuck fight. You got the decision. Fantastic. I'm doing exactly the same. I'm going to box behind the lovely long jab. I'm going double feinting, double feinting, body, uppercuts to the head, uppercuts to the body. But instead of doing this and this in between, I'll be focusing a bit more. Obviously, I know he can hurt me, and I'll just focus a little bit more, and I should get the job done. Simples. But as for drastic changes, where I'm just going to go forward and give it 3 or 4 rounds and then lay over, nah.
Does that add into why as well? Because a lot was made in the last fight in the build-up as to your corner team, the team that shoots for the fight and things. You believing that the fight was only won on small margins on his part, and you don't need to make too many adjustments. Yeah. Does that play into why you? Does that play into why you haven't changed the team at all? You've kept it the same. You have the same beliefs. Everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, everyone's the same. I don't change a team because how can I blame my cook or the man who's doing the strength work or
exactly
a trainer?
What I said.
Do you know what I mean?
What I said.
It's like, why would I do that? I've got to nearly 40 fights unbeaten, through doing what I do. So I wouldn't just change a team because I did something wrong. I got caught in round 9. That ain't Sugar's fault, is it? I got punched in the face. It's my fault because 100%. I wasn't concentrating 100% at that given moment. I don't think I'd be needing to change a trainer. I like Sugar. I like his style of training. We get on well. To go to a new trainer now at this stage, at 40 years old.
Was there anything that surprised you about Usyk in the first fight? Did he hit harder than you thought? Was he
No, he didn't hit harder than I thought. Being honest, as I always am, I tell the truth a lot, mate, and I'll probably get in trouble for doing it as well, but it was actually easier than I thought it would be. I was just said, I listened to Tony Bellew and I listened to AJ and that, and he said, this guy's so hard to hit, he's a matrix. So I'm thinking, this guy must be really hard to hit. I'm expecting to be missing him a lot. But in realistic terms, he was much easier to hit than I anticipated. And it got me a little bit complacent because every time I throw an uppercut to the body or head or a feint, I'd hit him. So
okay, Tyson, thanks very much for your time. We're gonna need to let you go. I've been sort of peering at the pattern on your suit and wondering what's happening there, and I've just figured it out. So let's not let. We're probably
not to be discussed.
Middle finger in it.
Yeah. And that's to Usyk and his team and anybody who supports him.
Apologies, I probably shouldn't have brought it up, but I did, and that's on me.
Anyway, you did that one to yourself.
I did that one to yourself.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.